Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be featuring battles using Alolan Sandslash. This is a Shando Best Buddy Alolan Sandslash. Actually made it to Legend. Ended up going 9-1. Should have went 10-0 if it wasn't for the state of the game. But let's go ahead get started with the battles. We're going to have Alolan Sandslash with 2 water types. Okay. Obviously not the best lead, not the worst either, but going to switch out. And gonna look to land the Earthquake. Did get the deny there, which is really nice. That does a lot of damage, and obviously Skull Bash would do quite a bit as well. So I'm gonna end up shielding the Skull Bash, and gonna look to land another Earthquake. Timing wasn't great there. I think they ended up throwing it 5 there as opposed to 4. Does get the Okay, should be able to live a Skull Bash. Does a lot of damage. Gonna be able to get to another Earthquake. And they're at 1 right now. 2. Probably gonna look to Powder Snow down. Is probably the best case scenario. Okay, for some reason the Lapras didn't throw. Definitely had a move there. They come into, oh my gosh. So they must have Needle Queen in the back. If they're willing to come Kanto Muck into a Alolan Sandslash, double resisting the Poison Jabs, Thunder Punch, Dark Pulse, both non-stab, don't do a lot of damage. And as you can see there, it does very little damage. And they're going to throw the Bulldoze. And the Bulldoze is a crappy move though, right? So it's not going to do that much damage. And this Muck is not throwing the move for some reason. And able to land the Ice Punch. And they actually have Crobat in the back. Oh man, they honestly had to switch into a Politoed. One of those Pokemon, probably Crobat would probably be the better option, since it would single resist the Mud Shots. Okay, gonna go straight to Politoed. Again, want to draw the grass types if they are any. Gonna let this go. And oh man, they come to Gyarados here. We experience some lag. That is not great. Gonna fake the Blizzard, but honestly, Blizzard wouldn't KO. It's be neutral. And then you just keep throwing Weather Balls. They're just gonna slowly chip away at this Gyarados. Gyarados will eventually have to throw. They're not gonna be able to farm all the way down. For those that can understand that, let me know in the comment section below what it says. I'm joking. They actually go for the Crunch, which obviously is the correct move, and should be able to land another Weather Ball. Very nice. And then they're going to be able to Dragon Breath down. And then probably going to look to Powder Snow down this Gyarados in the back. Gyarados. Probably no shield these Aqua Tails. Okay, yeah. And very nice, able to farm down. And I'm gonna throw the Ice Punch. And then gonna look to switch. I'll throw both Ice Punches and then look to switch. And then let's see what they have in the back. Ends up being a Charmer. Okay, really needs to throw with good timing, very nice. Unlikely they will shield this. Oh, they end up shielding. That's fine. Throw after 2. Should throw after 4 or 1. End up giving it 2 turns, but that's fine. Obviously needs to shield this. And gonna do 3 and then denies the charm, which is huge. And gonna Mud Shot down. Very nice. Gonna throw the Hydro. And this is looking pretty good. Gonna switch. And then look to land the Ice Punches here. Ideally, you would actually just switch right away. Force them to superpower the Sandslash. It doesn't really matter what they do at this point in time. Because if they superpower, you can Mud Shot down. If they Body Slam, obviously the Body Slam doesn't KO there. They're going to Body Slam again. and gonna be able to easily powder snow down and win the game. Very nice. So the backline is actually really nice against like Obstagoon teams, which we're gonna see probably right here. Yeah. So a lot of times the Obstagoon teams have double poison in the back. Crobat and Nidoqueen typically, and Politoed and Swampert handle those pretty well. So gonna throw the Weather Ball, and they're gonna look to switch out to Crobat. Gonna build up to the Blizzard. Okay, yep. So they have enough for the Blizzard. Let's see whether or not they shield. They have no shielding. Gonna throw the Weather Ball. And then obviously they're probably going to look to potentially farm down, but it would be an aggressive farm down. The Poison Fang doesn't KO. Oh, they end up Shadow Balling. Okay, very nice. Should be able to farm all the way down. And they might get Poison Fanged, but not too big a deal. They obviously going to come back Obstagoon. And then going to switch. But if it's a double poison team, like basically Nidoqueen has absolutely nowhere to go, and they actually end up catching on Nidoqueen, because they're obviously just sacking the Nidoqueen, right? The Nidoqueen is pretty useless at this point in time, and they end up Poison Fang. Could probably do like 4 or 5 more. I think 4 would put it, yeah, near 100. And gonna throw the Hydro Cannon. Let's see if they shield. They don't shield, and gonna be able to throw the Hydro Cannon, and actually ends up denying the counter. Very nice. But this matchup's a wrap. With 2 shields up, gonna be lots of energy as well. Gonna be able to land this next Hydro Cannon, and then honestly, it doesn't really matter. They could switch in and then Ice Punch, and that's gonna be a GG. Yeah, and then they recognize that as well. Like the Alolan Sandslash was like 2 away, maybe 1 away, because they did extra powder snow. Okay, so coming back from a really tough lead there. Okay, Gyarados. Okay, Gyarados is okay. Not too bad. Resisting the Dragon Breath, hitting neutral with Ice Punch and Powder Snow. If only Ice Punch was a better move, but it obviously is just an Elemental Punch, right? So, or if they got Avalanche, that would be amazing. Not going to shield this. They go for the Crunch. Very interesting move on their part. Going to throw the Ice Punch. This will come pretty close to KOing, so we're going to see whether or not they're going to shield. The Crunch or Aqua Tail doesn't KO, but going to shield this just in case, and going to farm up a little bit, and then throw. And we're going to see how they want to play this. They come into Venusaur, which is absolutely madness. Venusaur into a Alolan Sandslash, that is kind of crazy. Gonna shield this. And let's see whether or not they're gonna shield. They have no shielding, and here comes, honestly, this team absolutely loves Nidoqueen, right? 3 Nidoqueen counters. Like, yeah, it's absolutely craziness. So 4-1 right now. At 29-44, a 5-0 would definitely seal the deal. Obviously, this team is, you also need a Hundo Poliwag, so this is a pretty tough team to make. And they come into Dragonite. Absolutely love Dragonite. They come to Gengar. So this is obviously not ideal. Should have thrown the Ice Punch. Really don't need that much energy to be able to beat the Dragonite. They end up baiting, which is not great. They'll probably no shield this. Yeah, that's what they do. Would be able to live the Shadow Ball, probably just barely. They end up sludge bombing. So the Shadow Ball would do 25% more because Sludge Bomb is base 80 versus Shadow Ball's base 100. And it's going to be an Empoleon on the back. This is a pretty common team composition. So if they shield this, that's okay too. And then going to be able to Powder Snow down. There's lots of energy. Going to be able to bulldoze this Empoleon, and then you just switch. You just switch here, and they come to Dragonite. 2 Hydro Cannons would KO this Dragonite. So going to be able to land the Hydro Cannon. And they're going to land the Dragon Claw. But they know what they want. They want to farm down. So at this point in time, you just keep farming until you get to 2. They actually, for some reason, stopped tapping because they obviously wanted it to KO. But let's try to end up thinking ahead and going to be able to land the Hydro Cannon. This is going to put the Empoleon super low. And like one more Mud Shot, and then you can basically just Powder Snow down. Would be able to easily live a Hydro Cannon at this health range, even though Alolan Sandslash is kind of squishy. Gonna be able to easily live it and gonna be able to Powder Snow down the Empoleon and be able to take the victory there. So I end up hitting Legend. So it's easy, 30-18. A very nice game. Okay, into Obstagoon. Obviously a really bad lead. So we're gonna see how they want to play it. And they actually come into Sylveon. Expect this to be double charm. Not the best timing on the throw, but it's okay. It's very tough to decide when it's a switch in. Wants to be really spammy, and probably wants to do 4 more than throw. 2, 3. Okay, gonna deny. Very nice. Some really big denies today, and CMP obviously wants to shield this. It actually would be worse if they don't shield this. It's way better if they shield. One, because they're going to be able to make it to another Weather Ball. And ideally, you want to be able to take the shield advantage, because as opposed to the switch advantage, because it's not like Swampert has a super amazing matchup against Obstagoon. Going to be able to Powder Snow down. And once it gets a Cross Chop, they end up having a Crobat in the back. This is looking pretty good. And then you just gotta determine whether or not it's gonna bait. Okay, end up like some weird animation there. This is not gonna KO. The Crobat will live. And then you have to determine whether or not they're gonna Poison Fang or Shadow Ball. They end up Shadow Balling and gonna farm down. And I think that's ended up being the right call, because I think shielding the Poison Fang would have been pretty bad. And this is game over. Gonna be able to land. Okay, gonna switch, and then they have the Hydro banked. And once this Ice Punch goes off, then they're gonna be in Hydro Cannon range. And this is GG. And this Cross Chop will definitely KO if they have it. And double super effective, and gonna be able to land the Hydro Cannon to take out this Obstagoon. Very nice play. Obviously, shielding the Shadow Ball would have made it cleaner, but obviously I think the lose con was shielding a Poison Fang, and then putting yourself in a worse position. All right. We're going to see Sandslash into Magnezone. Honestly, kind of weird matchup. I'm going to straight to Polytoad. A water type into electric type. What kind of world are we living in? Going to shield this. It's going to be actually a CMP tie, which is really nice. It's going to force the Magnezone to shield. The Magnezone's at 8. Ends up coming into Dragonite. Going to fake the Blizzard. Gonna let this go, and probably gonna throw both Weather Balls. Let's Let's see if they shield. They end up not shielding. And then, but I think they kind of understand that it's unlikely that they would have Blizzard if they were gonna. I like this switch. Gonna do an aggressive switch. Should be able to outpace because they're 4 away from the second wild charge. And this is looking pretty good. Probably let this go. They end up mirror shotting. There's probably going to be another mirror shot. And they are definitely frustrated on their side. Probably shield this. Getting with this magazine would be really nice, even though you have Swampert. Really nice matchup. This makes this matchup much more straightforward. And gonna immediately switch, and then we'll be able to land the EQ before they can land. They actually would get to the Octazooka. So maybe their win con, honestly though, was to CMP tie and Octazooka. And obviously they're going for the outrage, but they should have landed the Octazooka to potentially debuff. But this is gonna be able to get to the Ice Punch, and just gonna be able to barely get there with the best buddy boost and be able to take out this Kingdra. Very nice play. Honestly, Alolan Sandslash is so amazing in this meta. And we're gonna go to this next game. Okay, so this is a good matchup, especially if they have Poison Jab, mostly because double resisting the Poison Jabs. And the Bulldoze would do super effective damage to Alolan Muck. Big damage there, and they come to Escav. This is probably just a draw run, but okay, so they're gonna be able to get to the next one in like 4. It's gonna throw. They're double weak to Swampert, like kind of weak to Swampert, obviously. They come to Crobat, and this is actually where they started lagging. Yeah, unfortunate part of the battle, and then they end up getting fully farmed down. And then this match is over, right? So there's not. They end up getting. You can see here, their Swampert just absolutely disappeared. Yeah, they definitely had the match in the bag. Would have been able to land 2, and I'm just gonna fast forward out of this match because there's absolutely no way they can play this out. So I'm just gonna fast forward here. Yeah, it definitely would have won the game there, but that's okay. Happens. And then we're gonna have Sandslash into Escavalier, so really bad matchup. This is why you have 2 answers in the back. Okay, and this is gonna be a Turtle one. Gonna let it go. They come to Snorlax. This is actually kind of okay, because it gives it a decent chance to flip the switch with so much energy. Even though they took a move, it's gonna take a while for the Snorlax to get to a body slam. You're gonna be able to land the very nice. Gonna land the EQ. EQ and Weather Ball have both the same efficiency. Obviously, the Earthquake has no stab in it. And be able to make another one. Very nice. And honestly, the play here is to not shield Sandslash. You need to take a 2 shield advantage to, even though this would virtually KO the Sandslash, you have to no shield and then switch. Gonna save it as a potential sack later. This is gonna be a superpower, right? That's totally fine. Gonna be able to farm down. And they always have a water type in the back. In this case, it ends up being Swampert. And it's looking pretty good right now. 2 Hydro Cannons doesn't KO, but you can aggressively Mud Shot down. And it gets extra Mud Shot through. And then should be able to... We'll have to shield again. Yeah, shield again, and then farm it all the way down, and the SCAV is dry. So should be able to land 2 Hydro Cannons pretty cleanly onto this Escavalier. They get a counter through, and going to be able to land another Hydro Cannon, which will definitely take out the Escavalier. And if we have one more game here, and going to come back from Escavalier lead, which is kind of crazy. But just like the secret there was to not shield the Snorlax. All right, so obviously really bad lead again. Interesting that they're choosing to stay, and they come into Lapras. They try to catch a move, but not able to. Take the Earthquake. They're gonna be able to live another Earthquake. Ideally wants to throw this before they get to Skull Bash, and then put a little bit of pressure on them. They actually end up shielding. Okay. Could shield this. I just don't think you can win the switch though, with the defense raised. Okay, gonna throw another EQ. This is looking pretty okay. A Weather Ball almost certainly wouldn't KO. Okay, they Skull Bash. Gonna at least bait them. Gonna go to like basically 100 energy and see what they want to do. They end up no shielding. This is just a Surf though. They didn't commit to the Skull Bash. I don't think you can farm down though. It'd be an aggressive farm down. Okay. Toxtricity does have a move. And you have a Weather Ball. So gonna throw the Weather Ball. And this should grab the shield from the Toxtricity. This is looking pretty good. They likely have a Snorlax in the back. Pretty common team composition. They'll probably throw the Mud Bomb, and then we'll see what they'll do. Okay. They end up throwing a Mud Bomb. Presumably Mud Bomb. They could throw a Sludge Bomb. Obviously is kind of a blind throw, but okay. They get to another Mud Bomb, but this is okay. We do expect to switch out at some point in time, because obviously the Hydro Cannon would KO them. They don't switch, and we're gonna see what's in the back. Ends up being a Shadow Snorlax. Gonna immediately switch, bank the Hydro Cannon, and gonna throw the Ice Punch. And this is looking really, really good right now. Obviously, they can superpower. They would have the superpower right now. It looks like they're gonna try to build the 2 moves. Gonna be able to reach another one. They need like 3 more licks to get to a Body Slam and a superpower, which they end up getting right there. But have the Hydro Cannon banked, and that's going to be a GG. Very well played. Actually, we'll just play out this match here. And going to be able to take out the Snorlax, coming back from several counter leads. This team is really nice. Obviously, Hundo Alolan Sandslash and Hundo Poliwag is kind of crazy to build for Ultra League Premier Classic, but I think this team is super strong and was going to be there. If you like to, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the